All right, we've got a pile of technical manuals on the desk today, but they're all for this one little unassuming black box.
Right.
It's the WolfPack 60-watt 3-channel mixer amp. And our mission for this deep dive is, I think, pretty clear. We want to figure out how this piece of gear, it costs like, what, 175 bucks?
Yeah, about that.
How does it become the sort of invisible backbone for so many places we go to every day?
It is the absolute definition of unsung hero tech. I mean,
Mhm.
you walk into a small church, a school cafeteria, you hear announcements, background music.
You never think about it.
Never. But if this little box fails, the whole room just goes silent.
Looking at the front of it, it's almost misleadingly simple. It's about the size of a textbook, maybe smaller, but just calling it an amp feels wrong. It's more of a traffic controller for audio.
That's the perfect way to put it. The mixer part of the name is really doing all the heavy lifting there. Most people just think, an amp makes things louder.
Right.
This unit is designed to manage, to manage chaos. You get 3 inputs, but they're not static, which is the key.
I saw that in the manual. You have
Yeah.
3 of those quarter-inch jacks for microphones, which seems standard.
It is, but channels 2 and 3,
Mm.
they're switchable.
Ah, okay.
And that little switch on the back is crucial. It completely changes what the channel is looking for. So you aren't just locked into having 3 mics.
You can flip a switch and suddenly channel 2 is for, what, a music source?
Exactly. An auxiliary input. You can plug in a CD player, your phone, whatever, a line level source.
So in the real world, you don't need to buy a big separate mixing board. You could have your main announcement mic on channel 1, Spotify running into channel 2, and maybe, I don't know, the audio from a TV on channel 3, all in this one little box.
And you get a separate volume knob for each one right on the front. It's so tactile. You balance the mix. Plus you have bass and treble knobs.
Right, the EQ.
Hmm.
Plus or minus 10 decibels, the manual said. So if a room is super echoey, like a gym.
You just cut the bass a little.
Mhm.
It's simple, but it's really effective sound shaping.
Okay, now we have to talk about how the sound gets out of the box, because this is where I think anyone used to home stereos gets, a little confused.
Yeah.
The specs list the normal 4 ohm and 8 ohm outputs, fine. But then it lists 70 volt and 100 volt outputs.
This is the commercial secret, 100%. If you try to run regular speaker wire from, say, an office lobby to a break room 200 feet away,
You lose all the power.
you lose everything to resistance in the wire. It's just physics. The wire literally eats the volume.
So the 70 volt system is the fix for that.
It is. Think of it like the electrical grid. They use huge voltage to send power across the country, right? Then they step it down at your house. This is the same idea, just for audio.
So you're sending a high voltage audio signal down the line.
And a little transformer at each speaker steps it back down.
Which explains how you can
Yeah.
get this. The install guide says you can hook up 15 speakers to this one 60-watt unit.
You can, as long as you do the math right. If you set each speaker to draw, say, 4 watts, you can run 15 of them. And that's enough to cover a huge area like a whole school hallway with even sound.
So you're not blasting the person near the amp just so the person at the end of the hall can hear?
Everyone gets the same volume. It's elegant.
That is impressive. But there's one feature in here that I think is the real, I don't know, the quality of life winner. The mic 1 priority.
Ah, the ducking circuit, yeah.
It's such a basic idea, but it solves a massive human error problem.
It completely automates the sound guy. The circuit it detects a signal on that first microphone input. It knows you're talking.
And the second it hears your voice, it automatically turns down the music on the other channels.
Shoves it right down.
So you don't have to sprint across the room, find the music volume, turn it down, make your announcement, then turn it back up.
And you never get that complaint of, I couldn't hear the announcement over the music. The box just decides for you. The voice is the priority.
It's built like a tank, too. The specs list protections for high temps, short circuits. It's like it knows it's going to be shoved in a dusty closet and forgotten about.
That's the #1 feature in commercial audio. It just has to work.
So at the end of the day, we have a sub $200 box that uses high voltage physics to solve distance problems and simple analog logic to solve mixing problems. It really does demystify that seamless audio we just take for granted.
It's pure efficiency in a metal box.
It does leave you with an interesting thought, though. This little analog circuit prioritizes a voice over background noise automatically. It makes you wonder, where else in our digital lives could we use a mic 1 priority button to duck all the notifications when something important actually needs to get through?
Now, that is a feature I think we could all use.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.